Welcome to the Nerd Sports and Life podcast, episode 6454. It's an episode, that's the point. And today we're going to be talking about everything. And here with me to talk about everything is my great and spectacular and big dick.
That's true.
Yeah, we would have edited that part out. My big co-host.
My big co-host. I'm smaller than you.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Just the word big was stuck in my head. Introduce yourself.
I'm Guillermo, the big dick co-host. He's
Oh,
not
man.
gay. We're not
Something
gay.
comes out of my
I don't know. I don't know how he knew I was big dick.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. Probably because I was looking at this, so y'all can see that. Maybe. So that's what I was looking. That's what I was thinking about. Sticking my dick between the tits. But you know.
There's some listeners here that can't see it. Oh, actually, speaking of listeners, this podcast is now on iTunes as a Nerd Sports and Life podcast.
Download.
Yeah, so you guys can go download go download this on iTunes if you want, instead of watching it on YouTube. And you can get it on any other any app that uses RSS feeds to listen to this great podcast.
I know, because we're such interesting people. I think that's what they really. People look at Joe Rogan. What has he done in his life, or what have all these other idiots who do? What we have done is truly impressive. We have managed to go 20 years with doing almost absolutely
nothing,
and still be able to have interesting conversations. See, that's what makes us so amazing. You see, we haven't done anything, and we can still have amazing conversation, which is why you got to listen to us. Not for our life experience, but for the conversations we have, the thought, the things that provoke it. Our viewpoints are very unique, I think. I don't think anyone agrees with us most of the time. And that's what makes it very interesting. That's what makes our viewpoints amazing. That's what makes this podcast great. That's why you should listen to it. Not because of experience. We don't have any of that.
No experience.
But what we do have is opinions.
Experience based on no experience.
Exactly. That's what makes them very unique opinions. Opinions based on nothing.
You're really good at selling the podcast, Adam.
It's great. I think this is a great podcast. This is true free flowing. We're explaining. People may wonder why. Well, Nerd Sports and Life, they're only 20-something. They haven't done this. I'm explaining to them why they should listen to us.
And we got a lot of experiences still come to our life.
Yeah. So it's like a going through our life podcast. We'll be doing this for the next 30 years.
Yeah, if we do it for the next 30 years, everybody will get to listen to how our opinions change or what we're going through at the time.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting, and we can look back at it ourselves. I mean, maybe it's not only for them, but maybe for us.
Yeah, a lot of the reasons I kept my old YouTube videos is because I want to look back at my old stuff and see what I was like back then. Like, I really regret, back when I was younger, I really disliked taking pictures. I hated them. I hated people taking pictures of me. But now that I look back, I'm like, damn, I should have taken pictures of me. I should have gotten more pictures taken, which is now I don't. Anytime my parents want to take a picture, I always do, because I look back on my albums and I'm like, oh, these pictures are really, really fun. Really, I remember the good times. So I need to take more pictures. Is what I need. More selfies.
Yeah. And pictures of my food, of course.
Pictures of my food. My parents do that sometimes.
Put it on Instagram and say, "Ooh, look at me! I'm eating blah blah blah."
My parents,
all the McDonald's I eat.
My parents use this app and to talk to people over Mexico. And they always take pictures of their food, and I'm standing there because I don't do that shit. And I'm at the restaurant just waiting for them to finish taking pictures. So I'm like, I should be eating right now. It's really awkward to have the adults doing that and not the kids.
Yeah, I know.
And by kid, I mean 20-year-old man.
It's just our unique perspective, We never got caught up in the whole social media craze, which is probably because all we did was play video games.
We didn't have
I can't say there's any good justification for that. I just decided to play video games instead. I traded one evil for another.
We got video games. They destroyed our social life.
Yeah. I mean, there's no question about that. I look, and it's funny because I look back on it now and I'm like, wow, I used to go out and do things. Like, I remember I used to go to the ice rink with people. Like, holy shit, I don't do any of that anymore. I stopped doing that after middle school.
Yeah, video games really. I don't even think it was the video. We were just looking for something to keep us out of social stuff, I think.
Yeah, maybe that too. It was kind of a pain.
Like, a lot of people say that people that you know how a lot of people like become really, really lazy of taking weed. I know Joe Rogan says it a lot. He's like, well, weed, it's not the weed that made them lazy. It's just that weed was the first thing that got to them. So in our case, weed wasn't what made us lazy, right? We don't even smoke weed. But if weed came before video games, I think we'd be lazy because of weed. And in our case, it was video games made us overly lazy. Which is one reason look, good thing we don't do weed, because if we did, our laziness
if we
would
did
go
drugs
through
or something like that, we would be absolutely fucked.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I decide not to do that.
It's like, I don't know. Like, other people have more. I've seen what weed can do to people. Like, I've seen the very dark side of drugs and drug abusers from working at McDonald's. You actually see that kind of stuff. Fellow employees just, and it's true. I mean, the honest, true story is, like, you do see the dark side of what drugs can do to people. Like, people talk about, there's nothing wrong with weed as long as it's pretty moderate and you stick with weed. Like, as soon as you start doing heroin and crack like that, then, it starts, you see people spiral out of control, and it's like,
Yeah, luckily
arguably you could say the same thing about video games.
you
You start with Halo, and then all of a sudden you're
off doing League of Legends.
All this bullshit.
You're off doing 3 games of League of Legends every day for just 3 hours. Every day for 2 years.
So I understand. Like, I was reading something on Reddit, and this kid was talking about how League destroyed his life, how he stopped going to school and stuff. Like, I never stopped going to school because of weed. Because and it's like, to be honest, I don't think I enjoyed the game enough to not go to school. Like, in the first 3 months, 4 months, like the sort of the honeymoon phase of video games, like, it was really fun. Like, wow. After that, I don't think I could play League by myself. Like, it had to be with a team of 5, or at least a friend. Like, I just couldn't sit at home and just play League more than one game. Like, after a certain amount of time, it just became too. Because no matter what they say about video games, especially online multiplayer video games, have a human element to them, and there will always, people talk about lack of interaction in video games. I'm like, League has the most interaction because it depends on a team. You need a team to win. And sadly, most of that interaction is assholes attacking other assholes.
Yeah, basically, that guy obviously blames League, but he probably has some other problems. League was the first thing that got to him also.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's easier to blame League instead of looking at yourself and seeing. Like,
if you get addicted that easily, then that's your own fault. Like, there's millions of people who play League moderately and are fine, so it's obviously not League. It's you.
Yeah, I don't think it was League that got him. He probably could have started drawing and then just stayed home and drew all the time and not go to school.
He could have read. He could have reading books.
Yeah.
You remember Christopher in our I'm not gonna say his last name. You don't want to reveal anybody, but you remember him in 6th grade? He was in Mr. Somebody's class.
Mr. Somebody.
Asian. You remember him? Him? He would always get in trouble for reading too much. He would honestly read too many books. And his teacher would get mad at him for reading too many books because you'd be reading them during, class lectures or this or that, like whatever, and he'd always give them mad at him. So it's just whatever you hits you first.
Yeah, some people. Some people are just prone to wasting lots of time, which would be us. But lately, we've been trying to just get out of that lifestyle, not just gaming, but just wasting time. I guess is what we've been trying to at least move out a little bit out of. I still like spending all the time playing games and stuff, but
games are fun because I enjoy them. Like, it's like an escape. Like anything, it's an escape from reality. It's just how much you do it. Like, I've been trying to work out, trying to put myself on a better sleep schedule. But we both have jobs, so obviously we can't be two because we have to go to work and make money and do all these things. But I'm trying drawing, doing sort of like comic stuff. We were thinking of making a visual novel instead of for fun. So it's expanding your horizons and just doing what you enjoy.
Doing more than one thing.
There's nothing wrong with if you like it, do it. If that's as the famous anime, I work to support my hobby. So,
how was that one from?
That was from Gate.
Oh yeah, that was from Gate.
I work to support my hobby, so which is fine. It's just like however you wanna do. You can immerse yourself in the culture too. Like, obviously that guy just played League. There's more to League. Like video games for me was like a step into anime, and then more and more and more and more. Like, it just kind of they all kind of fit in the same puzzle.
Yeah, a lot of big gamers
anime,
are big
comics,
anime.
video games, cosplay, cons, conventions. Nope, negatives. That's what I'm talking. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Yeah,
but yeah,
you always got to do more than one thing, though. It's just as a person, you just got to be used to doing lots of things more than one thing, because more than just video games, right?
Yeah, you don't want to just do video games. Like, you don't want to just stay at home and play video games. You want to do other things, like even if it's listening to music or drawing or whatever. You just do more things than play video games.
Well, I was here in another podcast. They were talking about how, like, well, I think it was Joe Rogan podcast. They were talking to some guys, and they were like, basically, I just did jiu-jitsu. That's the only thing I did, right? That was my whole life. And if you want to become a professional fighter, it's like that's what you have to do, right? Just do one thing for the rest of your life, basically, or train as much as you can to become a fighter, right? But as a person that's not going to become a professional fighter, you have to do more than just jiu-jitsu, right? As a human being, you have to do a bunch of stuff to expand your horizons, expand the way you think, all that stuff. It's always important to just do more than one thing, because it's not really healthy to only focus on one thing, unless it's going to be like your rest of your life, basically.
Yeah, unless you want that to be your life. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's talking about, like I said, maybe 10 years from now, looking back, it'll be very interesting to see where we are then, because I'll be dead. That's what.
And the gang life's gonna get at him.
Yeah, it's gonna get me. I'm already into it now. Funneling the drugs. Yeah,
it seems like. Yeah, I wonder what we're gonna be like in 10 years, if we're gonna still be a game.
I mean, I may not even be alive. That'd be kind of crazy. Can you imagine? I'd be dead. I will not. I mean, but yeah, realistically, what are we gonna be doing in 10 years? I mean, who really knows? It'll be interesting to see.
I could become a power lifter.
Deadlift 800 pounds.
In 10 years, did my life change that much?
Maybe. I mean,
it could. I mean, 10 years is a long time.
Yeah, people don't. People think 10 years is somehow 10 years is quite a long time.
At least for us, since that's half our life right now.
Yeah. Yeah. The first 10, we didn't really have much going on.
Yeah, you don't do much in your first 10 years.
You kind of miss. You do. You kind of miss being a kid, because it was fun. Like, we were like the neighborhood kids. We'd go around, play down at the park, go on a bike around the neighborhood, do whatever.
Yeah, as a kids, we did pretty normal stuff that kids nowadays. We were like the last the last generation of kids that actually still played outside.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at like people who are 12, 13 now, when they were 7 or 8, I guarantee you. I mean, so let's see. Okay, so you someone was born in, say, like 2000, 2002, say now. Someone was born in 2002 or 2003. So in 2013, they'd be 10. So in 2013, they were 10. I mean, in 2013, you had all the game. I mean, when did the new systems come out?
2006 for the PS4, PS3.
I mean, yeah, PS3 and Xbox.
I think Xbox 360 came out in 2005, and then PS4 3 came out in 2006.
When did the Xbox One and PS4 come out? 2014 or 2013?
I think it's 2013.
Okay, so not only did they have the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but they have now the PS4 and the Xbox One, and that's when the tablet explosion and all this thing and social media, blah blah blah. I mean, we kind of grew up. I mean, like when we were 13 back in 2006.
I think so.
2006. Yeah, because I was born. You were born in 95. I was born in 94. So 94, 2004. So yeah, I was 12,
11, 12.
in 2006. So like, before then, like up until that point, 3rd grade, 4th grade, it's all been playing outside, going out to play soccer, going out to do this, going out to run around and play tag. Even in 5th grade, recess. We'd always, like now, what do kids do at recess nowadays? Go on their phone. Like kids who have the phone. Like I didn't get my first phone until I was 12.
I think. And
it wasn't even like a smartphone. Like it was like a Virgin mobile phone that my mom said, you can use this to call me in case of emergencies. And I was like, I couldn't even do anything on it.
Well, my sister's around 10 or 11. She's the age. And yeah, most of her time she's on Google Hangouts with friends online. And we're trying to get her into after school stuff this year, because we want her to be outside of the house more often and being on the computer less. But a lot of kids seem to just do that. Being inside.
Oh, it's either Facebook or now Instagram. Yeah, like 11, 12-year-olds using Instagram. It's like, no. Yeah, you're supposed to be playing tackle football or something. I mean, I didn't really start getting like huge into video games. Like even when the Halo craze happened, when Halo 3 came out, like that's all we did. Like even then, we'd still go outside. We still play tackle football, except in the winter, because it was in Wisconsin winter. It's too cold to do anything.
It's 9 months of winter.
Unless you do. I was never very good at it, so I always kept falling.
If we got taken over by video games around, what was it, like
high school, 15 or 16. 16, I think, sophomore year.
16 years old. Yeah, it's when we.
That was on Minecraft. That's when we got huge into Minecraft, and then after that, it went.
Yeah, when Minecraft got us, that's when our over too much video games started.
Yeah, yeah. Because before then, I'd still like we'd still go out with Nikita and play tackle football or rollerblade or bike or whatever.
Yeah, it would seem. Yeah,
we can say as a childhood. I mean, we spent most of it outside. I mean, we only spent like the last 2 years, really, sophomore. Well, it wasn't even all. It wasn't because it wasn't even like all of sophomore. It was like half of sophomore year and then junior and senior year.
Yeah, and then I noticed I noticed that I had a problem around, towards like the first year of college.
Really, yeah.
And I was like, God damn, I just go to school, come home, and play video games, then go to sleep. And then I realized that this is a problem. I should be doing something else.
Yeah. I mean, obviously now I have working and I work at night, so
yeah.
It's like
work sucks. Yeah, now I don't feel bad when I spend the whole day playing video games.
No, because I realize that there's something else called working, and that's what it brings into perspective. If it's what you want to do, then do it, whether it be video games or whatever. As long as you're working, because then you realize work kind of sucks.
Yeah, as a kid in high school, I don't feel like playing video games all the time is pretty healthy, but as a working person, it's so much better to play video games the whole time. I don't feel as bad about it.
No, because you work, because you realize work sucks a lot more. Like in my job at McDonald's, whatever you want, whatever.
Oh no, you cut.
Kind of people who you can deal with. Angry people, like I said. I had a lady call us fucking faggots. I've had people throw food back at us through the window. I've had had women come in.
Right.
You the ups.
Wait,
the
do
ups
that again. You cut off. You had women what?
I had women come in with no shirts and no bra on. And so you get the ups too, but you get people who insult you. I had one lady just recently, actually. She knocked on the window. I handed it over and said, "Thank you very much," and handed it on and went back in and went to take an order. And I finished the order, and she knocks. I hear her knock on the window. I turn around, she's standing there with the look on her face. I'm like, "Okay, can I help you?" She's like, "Do you speak?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay. Is this everything? I'm like, yeah, that's everything. She's like, whatever, and drives off. I'm like, wait, what? It's funny. You talk about, old people nowadays talking about how rude young people are, and then you look at, like, if I had to say at McDonald's, probably like 85 to 90% of the rude customers are all old.
Old people?
They're all old people. It's almost like they feel entitled. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there are some very nice old people that come to mind. I can think of 3 off the top of my head. I'm not going to say their names or anything because I don't, that. But they're very nice, very kind. But then the other 85, 90 just want their food fast, get really mad if the fries are 100% fresh. Don't get me wrong. Like, McDonald's hasn't done a great job of keeping its reputation. I mean, in the past 40 years, it's gone, like, people forgetting food. Like, when I go around, I see other McDonald's aren't exactly held to the same standard that mine is. It's ridiculous.
You've got one of those classic 80 McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, even so, like, the people that come here obviously know this McDonald's is good and don't have to keep berating us and being mean. Like, and then now that I spend 7 to 8 hours a day dealing with people like that and come home and play video games, I don't feel bad at all. I'm like, this is great. I don't have to see another person. I don't want to see another person. I spend my entire day dealing with people. So,
was there anything that particularly made you want to change your lifestyle from just video games?
I don't know. I felt like I could just experience more. Like, when the whole workout thing, I was actually watching Bro Science. Like, it wasn't Bro Science that got me into it. I just looked at myself and went, I could be buffer. Yeah,
I was just watching YouTube videos, random videos, and I watched a YouTube channel called Just Kidding News, which is they just make news. They're a bunch of Asians and 2 Mexican chicks, and then they just talk about news and stuff in a funny way. And then one of the Asian guys is a powerlifter, and he owns his own gym called Barbell Brigade. And I noticed how buff he was. He was a pretty cool guy. And then after that, I decided that I wanted to start working out, to be more healthy. And Joe Rogan's podcast, all of those, listening to all that stuff at the same time just made me want to do more with my life. Made me excited.
Women. That was another drive. Like, I'm not fat, thankfully. I don't know how that worked, but I'm a bit too skinny. And it's like I look at that and I like you know, you drive around and you see all the dudes with like super buff. I'm like, damn, I got competition. Like, holy shit. Well, that's what drove me to start working out. Was like, you know, I at least gotta be on a level playing field in that sense.
Yeah.
And you know, it's healthy for you. It's not only that, but it's good for you. And you know, it improves
It
self
makes
confidence.
you feel good. Yeah, it makes you feel good about yourself.
Self confidence. It's nice.
I feel good the
So
whole day after you work out. You feel like you
that
did
was kind
something.
of my thing of like, I might as well give it a shot. I haven't. It's been hard though. Like I'll say, you know, you think, oh, it's just going to be working out doing this, and then you know, slowly but surely you learn that there's a lot more form and a lot more technique to all the workouts, not just lifting weights. I mean, that's the general term, but you know, you have to do it correctly, or as I figured out, you will injure yourself.
Yeah, well, it's something as simple as just deadlifts, which if you guys don't know, it's basically the bars on the ground and you just have to lift it up. That if you do it wrong, you can mess up your back for the rest of your life. It's crazy. You have to learn
Joke.
correct form.
It's like, I mean, I don't think we're at weights at a point where we could totally mess up our backs, but I mean, if we started getting anywhere even like to 130 140 pounds, that would be it. Like you mess up a deadlift there and your back would be screwed for the rest of your life. Like
Yeah, yeah. It's just so much technique to lifting weights that you don't realize unless when you actually start doing it, they can hurt you if you don't do it correctly.
and it won't give you the results if you don't do it
Yeah,
correctly.
you get no results, which is another fun.
Because you're not working the right muscle groups. It's all very confusing. Like, you know, I did, like I said to you before, I wish my arm was just this entire, all bicep muscle, all tricep muscle. Like, why isn't it just two muscles all you need to work out? Nope, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 15 different muscles in your arm. It's like, and when you realize these things, you're like, wow, just picking it up and putting it down isn't really going to do anything. Or just going like, isn't going to do much. Or doing curls like, it doesn't give you the same, you know, really skinny and hasn't learned it and did all these things. Like someone who made all these mistakes and very recently. It wasn't like, you know, this was a couple weeks ago I was making these mistakes and you just learn now that, holy crap, this is, you know, you won't get as much gains. And the other thing I didn't even think about was eating.
Yeah, eating.
I didn't even cross my mind that you needed to change your diet completely. Like I figured you needed to eat healthier, but it's not only that, the amount of food you
That's
eat.
an interesting thing because we always talked about, well, before we started doing all the working out, we all talked about we're lucky that we're not fat because all we did was play video games and then we ate. Like, we didn't do any form of exercise, right? And now that I realize, like, even with that lifestyle, we never made it to a calorie amount that would ever make us fat, even if we didn't have great metabolism, which I believe we do. But even if we had no metabolism, we don't even make it close.
No, when you actually look about how many calories you actually consume, like before, when I think about 7th grade, my lunch consisted of 2 breadsticks, 2 cookies, and a Propel. That was my lunch. That was it. To me, that was like normal. Like I'd wake up in the morning, have a bowl of cereal, go to school, I had lunch, have and 2 breadsticks, 2 cookies, and a Propel. Wow, I haven't even had to use the word Propel in so long.
Do they even make Propel anymore?
You know, I don't even know. I don't even know. I remember their berry flavor was really good, though. I always used to get it. And then at the end of the day, you know, I'd have whatever dinner it was, which usually wasn't very much. So I'd end up only consuming like 700-800 calories at most.
Yeah, and even recently,
maybe less, like 500. Like I never consumed that many calories. Like no, even with my shitty lifestyle, I never consumed nearly the amount of calories to gain any weight, even fat weight.
Yeah,
at all.
When I last checked, which was back in like 7th grade, I was like at 8% at most body fat.
Yeah, which is about what I was at too. I mean, it was.
And now trying to lift up how much we eat, it's kind of hard. I mean, I make it up to 1,500, 1,600. I have 2 dinners at night and a breakfast, a mild breakfast. So, I mean, I'm starting to go up in weight. I finally got up 5 pounds.
I've gone up about 2.
I'm just regaining all that lost weight.
Yeah, I mean, what did it say? I have to consume like 2,500 calories or something?
No, you were 2,200.
So, yeah.
For a pound a month. A month.
I'm trying to eat. Since I work at McDonald's, like I try to get a side salad with crispy chicken on it, just to like, and some ranch dressing, just to add into the calories and not make it too unhealthy. Trying to not eat burgers or anything else. Just the food I have access to.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's obviously I have food at home too, so it's just I work a lot, so you.
I still don't make it to the 2,000 calorie that I have to hit.
No, no, it's not easy. Like I said, eating was the part that probably the hardest part of all of this.
Yeah, working out is not that hard. The hardest part about working out is just staying consistent and
Yeah.
not messing around. I just did it this week. I was supposed to work out today, and I'm like, you know what? But I gotta fix that. Consistency is like extremely important. And, like, I was listening to another the On It podcast, and they were talking about what is it? Discipline. Discipline is basically like the most important thing a person can have in everything. Basically, if you're not disciplined in one thing, it shows how you're not basically disciplined in anything. Like in my case, I'm not. I don't have much discipline, right? Because I didn't work out today, and I should have worked out today, and that does bleed into the rest of your life, and it shows how you are in your whole life, right? If you're not disciplined in one thing, if I can't even keep a 3 workout schedule, if I can't even do that, that definitely shows what my lifestyle is, right? You have to have some form of discipline. And if I can't even do 3 workouts a week, it definitely does. It definitely shows how much discipline I have, and it does show what kind of lifestyle I have, basically. And that's not a good one.
No.
If I set goals for myself, and I can't even make those simple ones. And that's what happens in like all of my life, right? I always constantly break. Like even with the YouTube thing, I didn't have enough discipline to make YouTube videos. I would quit for like months just because I'm like, you know what, I'm tired. I don't want to upload a video, and then I would quit. But right now, I'm trying to fix all that stuff, trying to.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's getting your life back into gear. It's getting everything back into gear. I mean, it's. I mean, we're in our 20s, so the 20 people who are in their 20s, young people, not just people in their 20s. I sound like an Elite Daily article. People who are in their 20s, blah 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 blah. No, young people don't have the best consistency track record. We're not known for being the most responsible because you're young. You just don't know. You're ignorant. You don't know anything.
Oh, but now I
whether
do
you're
know.
in college or not in college.
Yeah, but it's also the thing. It's like, oh, you cut off.
Oh, sorry, but you're right in the sense that you got to have some form of discipline, whether it be eating 3 meals a day.
Well,
I sometimes don't even do that.
Well, we're 20 years old. Like a lot of the best athletes start at less than that, like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old.
Nah,
And well, I'm definitely not going to become an athlete, right? But it's important to start having the discipline as young as you possibly can. And now that I know, before I didn't really know much about discipline. I didn't really care. But now listening to other podcasts and them talking about what discipline really does to you, I feel like it's a lot more important now. Now that I have the knowledge about discipline, I feel like I could actually start making some changes in my life. I'll be the president soon.
Like how you can have some discipline on some things if it's been out there. As like in the sense that we didn't do any drugs or drink any alcohol. I mean, we could say, oh, it was discipline. Well, in that and the fact that we didn't like alcohol and no, we didn't like weed, so it was easier to be disciplined on those things because we had no interest in that. It's harder to be disciplined on things that you have interests in. Like if you're playing a really cool video game and you're like, oh, I gotta stop, just one more level. Stop. Stop it right there. And I can say it's quite hard. Like if you're not playing the new Mass Effect game for a week straight without doing anything else, like it's pretty tough. But like you said, it's good. You have to have some form of discipline in your life one way or another because it will benefit you overall in the end.
Yeah, and we're lucky we figured this out pretty young, 20.
Yeah.
Now I can be Japanese discipline with my samurai sword.
Yeah. Die for my emperor.
I'll die for my emperor. If I embarrass my family, I'll kill myself.
Yeah, that takes discipline, I'll tell you that.
They have some discipline.
So it's just interesting. It's an interesting thing about it. I'll tell you, working out, it's like, because, when I first started working out, I worked out like super lot and then I kind of stopped. And I'll tell you, when I stopped, I felt shittier, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I wasn't working out, I actually felt crappier.
You feel bad about yourself to knowing you could be working out at that moment.
I mean, not even that. Like, I just physically felt worse.
Oh, did you?
I was just like, yeah, I actually was just like, man, like, I just felt like, bleh. Like, I should be, like, because when you work out, you feel tired, but, you get that soreness, like, and then you wake up the next day, like, wow, you almost feel kind of better.
Yeah, you definitely feel better about yourself.
That sort of thing. But when I didn't do it for, like, a week or 2 weeks straight, it's just like, ugh.
And then I look at some of them. I look myself in the mirror, and I'm like, "Arr," and flexing those muscles that I don't have.
It's gonna take a while. So it's like I said, now we just have to find that that sketchy energy drink that says gain 10 pounds of muscle in
Hope that
1
has
month.
steroids in it. I'm gonna look through the UFC but contracted some anti-doping organization, and that anti-doping organization has online. They have an entire list of things that are banned in the drug administration for doping and stuff like that. And a lot of them are like over-the-counter things that you can buy at Walgreens and stuff like that. And what they contain, so I'm gonna go looking through those lists, and I'm gonna find the legal steroids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then boom, a muscle.
10 pounds of muscle in a month.
That's funny. That's funny.
Tiny balls, hair where it shouldn't grow.
Yeah, if only steroids didn't affect the private area, the genitals. If it only didn't affect the genitals, it would be way more widely used.
Even if it was legal, though, I don't know if I'd feel good about myself. Gaining all that muscle without working as hard as I could be. I guess
it almost feels fake, I guess.
Yeah, it does. It's like those people that inject themselves with whatever it is they inject themselves to make their muscles look bigger.
Yeah, it's like it's not really your muscle.
Yeah, it's not really your muscle. I mean, if you were in competitions for like powerlifting, you were trying to deadlift something that's just not possible for you, I guess it's fine. But we're not doing that, so.
No. Maybe if you're doing like a Mr. Universe competition or something where you want it to look as pumped up, so to speak, as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then it'd be fine. But that's what I'm going for, actually.
Mr. Universe.
Just announcing it now. I'm becoming a Mr. Universe. 5'5" Mr. Universe. I'd never make it.
That'd be funny.
I'd have to get one of those surgeries to break my shins to make me taller.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just interesting. It's interesting to think about life itself. Luckily, we're at the beginning of it, and hopefully we'll make it to the end.
Hopefully. And if I don't, I'm killing you. If I don't make it to the end, I kill you.
If I don't make it to the end, I kill you. You dies in a car accident. Boom! All of a sudden, I die too.
We're attached, Adam.
Yep.
You gotta have one of those.
Have
one of those bombs strapped on you that when my heartbeat stops, it blows up.
Yeah, like a Saw. You have the shotgun thing around my neck. Your heart stops. I die. Because I wouldn't try to get that removed or anything.
What do you mean? Which is weird since you're supposed to have your own body. So it's my own body. I should be able to kill myself.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, you won't. Never.
You'll never let me kill myself.
Make that choice. You're not qualified to make that choice.
I guess I'm not. I guess so. Man, so now school season's starting up, and my sister's finally gonna go to school.
I know, right? Finally. So was my sister.
She's older than you.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, so,
So, were you gonna say something?
No, I actually lost it.
No.
I was gonna say something.
That was our topic right there.
Alzheimer's. Early onset Alzheimer's. How you forget topics before.
20-year-old Alzheimer's.
Early, very, very early onset Alzheimer's.
So I was gonna say this. I'm big at collecting figures. If you guys didn't know, because I've never even talked about it. But I'm big on collecting figures, and I've bought a figure this last October, I think. It was a pre-order for a figure, and I'm fine.
Last October?
Yeah.
Jesus, it's been like 10 months.
Yeah, it's finally being shipped out. It's over in Pennsylvania right now.
Was it from Japan or?
Yeah, it was a pre-order from Japan.
So why did it go to Pennsylvania?
Oh, because it ships there to one of the stores that I bought it from.
Oh, okay.
And then they bring it all the way up here.
What figure was it?
It was a figure for the video game Valkyria Chronicles. One of the chicks. Okay. One of the very attractive chicks.
One of the very attractive baby chickens.
Yeah, one of the baby chickens in the video game.
Wow. Huh. Is it like what size?
It's pretty fucking big. I don't know what size, but it'd be like bigger than my headphones. So, I don't know how tall. It was like 8-9 inches.
8-9 inches.
Yeah, like almost as big as me.
That jokes. See, truly funny people can laugh at themselves.
Except I'm not laughing at myself. I'm complimenting myself. By 3 inches. No,
You were talking about your body height, right?
yes, I'm actually 9 inches tall.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's been a long time. I'm finally getting that figure, and I'm thinking of starting doing some figure reviews on my YouTube channel. So, hopefully those go well.
Nope, copyright infringement.
For a figure. Goddamn copyright infringement. Now I'm not able to upload my last video because of them. And Adam's got a YouTube channel coming soon.
Yeah, it's still coming soon. Don't worry. You see that coming soon. You remember how you see those? It's like the movie theaters. Every time you see that coming soon, it never doesn't come out for like another 5 years. Well, that's this kind of thing. It's coming. It's getting there.
I remember those.
These very abstract word. Like, it's not abstract. It's very all-inclusive word. It can have many meanings.
It's gonna be like those old VHS tapes coming soon to VHS.
Oh, yeah, right. That will be my first video. Coming soon. My other videos.
So hopefully I can get started with that on this YouTube channel. I was also thinking about recording the working out sessions, just to see how my form is and to see my increase over time.
Well, yeah, like I said, I think more for the increase over time. It'd be very interesting to see. I think mainly for very, very skinny people, because like I said, I mentioned this before. At least maybe for me, like I never see skinny people getting very buff. I always see really fat people slimming down and then getting really buff. Like I never see the skinny to buff. Like I said, maybe it's not as common. I don't know.
Yeah, because
I don't see it as much.
Because when I see the powerlifter guy that I like watching, he's 180 or 90 pounds. I'm like, oh, it's 100 pounds more than me. I feel like it'd be more inspirational to see somebody like me 90. I'm 90. I'm almost 100 pounds right now, going up in weight. That'd be pretty cool to see somebody.
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
I think that's not seen as much in like Chronicle for people who are skinnier and don't, who share our similar lifestyle. Like, it can be done.
A gamer, yeah, from a gamer to a ripped motherfucker. To Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Ripped guy who fucks mothers.
I can actually do that insult.
That's funny, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's very interesting. Now there's an echo coming from there.
I may chronicle mine, but I don't know. I'm too self-conscious.
Hey, there's an echo coming from your thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me try something real quick.
All right.
Whoa,
oh, it's gone.
I feel like okay.
Oh wait, no.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Dun, dun, dun. Technical difficulties. Be right back.
I'll talk to myself meanwhile. Yeah, I was just thinking of making a video series in which I basically just go through my form, maybe workouts, what workouts I do, and then just recording those on video and then showing them off on the channel, just showing what I'm doing and what exercises I'm doing, and then just showing them off to people. That's what I'm thinking of doing on the good old channel. Oh, looks like our partner in crime is almost back. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing nothing. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking of, recording my workout sessions just to see him back and make sure I'm doing good form and everything like that. Oh, he's coming back.
Hold on. You still see the echo?
No. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very quiet. Not too much. Not distracting, I don't think.
Alright. How about there?
No, yeah, that's good.
Okay. Closer. To adjust some things. But yeah. Okay, so talking about recording your working out session?
And uploading them.
It's possibly be interesting to see.
Yeah, cause I always the YouTuber I always watch, he does that. He does a daily video. I won't be doing dailies because I don't work out daily. But doing a video maybe once a week or something like that would be pretty cool. Because I like watching seeing his progress and stuff like that.
And maybe keep like a chart too of like your calorie intake. Like maybe that would help you keep chart of like calorie intake and all that.
Yeah. So when I start curling 200 pounds like I do now, and then when I go up to 300, more like 30.
Yeah. Curling, like when you do proper form curls, they're actually really hard.
They're much harder. I don't curl that much. I'm really weak, but I'll be getting buffer and buffer with the more anabolic steroids that I pump into my body.
Just keep going. Needle, needle, needle.
Needle and needle. We'll be sharing needles.
I'll be the Incredible Hulk.
We can share needles, Adam.
Yeah, it's great. That's known for improving muscle growth.
Well, we did a pretty good podcast. Do you have more stuff?
I don't have anything else. Let me check really quick. Any news articles? I know there's something I want to talk about. Jared Fogle. Just kidding. No thanks.
Did you want to talk about the baby fucker? Just kidding. Nice fake laugh.
Yeah, definitely. There's something else I want. It's
There's one other piece of interesting news that Adam wanted to talk about. We can't be quiet.
well, there's the Ashley Madison hack. That's actually just kind of funny in my opinion. That's just kind of a laugh. I mean, it sucks for the people who got their information and all that, but it's like you got their information leaked and all that. It's like, yeah, you were on a website made for cheaters. It's like,
yeah, apparently it was like 10% actual women on there. It was like 90% men.
Because men are all cheaters.
All men are cheaters. There you go.
It's kind of funny that most of them are men, though.
Yeah, very few amount of them were actually women. But a lot of them were actually, there was a good percent that were single men and single women.
Yeah. A lot of these, I think they said the highest percent was single, more than married or anything.
Oh, really?
Just makes it another dating site, in my opinion.
Well, we'll see how that goes. We've already heard some,
Celebrities,
but
relationships could be pretty destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bad stuff happening from that. For some people.
My mom and my dad's not.
Mine already divorced, so I beat you to it.
Oh man, now let's see. There was some sort of. Oh well, I can't find it. But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think this has been a good podcast. I mean, for just one right off the bat, no pre-planned topics, we kind of
we didn't plan this one actually. Most of the time we always have topics, but this time we didn't feel like
we just kind of went in, and I think we got a good discussion out of it.
Last time we tried to do something like this, it failed.
It didn't work out too well.
We had to take that. We didn't record that video more because it was 30 minutes of. It was like a 10-minute discussion, and then we were quiet for like 15. It was really bad. This time we were actually able to.
Besides the technical difficulties, we were good.
Technical difficulties, but besides that, yeah, we did a pretty good job. It was perfect.
I mean, I like making these podcasts. It's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And even though it's really late, it's 1:30 in the morning. We actually did a pretty good conversation. And then tomorrow we got a convention we were gonna go to, so maybe we can talk about that next week.
Take pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take some upskirt shots and whatever.
That's fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Be interesting. We could upload that and talk about it because I think that'll be a fun experience.
Yeah, for the next podcast. So, yeah, watch out for it on Saturday. Is when the next one will be up. And you guys can check that out on iTunes, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's under Nerd Sports and Life podcast. So, this has been Guillermo.
And Adam. And we'll be back hopefully next Friday, Saturday?
Yes, we upload this on Saturday, but we recorded on Friday.
Okay, so yeah, we'll be back next Saturday.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Adios.